Sounds from the underground. Sound. Hey yo, I'll freestyle from the underground with the thunder sound, accompanied with the lightning and frightening. MCs don't understand what they invite in this, because they only fear mongering. I'm trying to understand what's the strongest shit that I could do to uplift, cause that's all that matters inside of this, when it's really easy to get pissed, but you know the mission's to enrich, and that's just the balance. I said, yo, Outsane, I'ma step up to the challenge so I could understand exactly what the task is, and I'm ripping off the mask with the utmost audacity, because that's what you need to do, and understand that ain't nothing have to be. It's just something that rolled into, and now that's the reason that I go with my mental, so I could just keep going strong and understanding what's been happening all along, because it's sort of like a realization of what's going on inside of this fucking matrix. Hey yo, people, they shapeshift, and it's Outsane Sahu, so I'm going ape shit when I understand, when I see a narcissist, when I get on the microphone, I start bombing this, just to let you understand that my promise is something that will be fulfilled. Keeping it real is something that is old school. So now, inside of the present time, let me show you why being vocal over these Pro Tools and beats. Understand what it is just to speak, not discreet, because I just be just uplifting, so that I could know what's the difference of shit that is fiction and shit that is actually authentic. So if he said it, then he meant it. Outsane going against the consensus, and the only question that I had was, who sent this? I don't know, it just flows through the vessel, so I know that it's important to not let them oppress you. And yo, I dissect the truth in sections, and then understand that it's interesting that you get arrested by simply speaking up what you feel off a suggestion. I guess that's what happens when people got closed brains, but I understand, yo, that a foe is lame, so that's the reason that I'm just taking aim. And when it comes to this, I'm not going for fame inside of this game, and gonna probably trade my soul. That's something that people do because they don't know, and then it gets too late inside of the end. The beat is changing, goes into a blend. This is sounds from the underground, come again. Track 2. Track 2. Sounds from the underground, come again. Sounds from the underground. Listen. Sounds from the underground come again. I think it's time to separate the mics from the men. With this device I extend, and then I proceed to get on the mic and drop a gem, while most be such pretend inside of a suit that they don't really understand. It's all suit. That's the reason that Outsane, I zip it down and understand exactly how to shoot the crown, cause that's not anything except gonna change. Outsane understands it's not about blame or accusing, trying to find more solutions, seeing these MCs and be an amusement. Use electrocution like waiting for Mortal Kombat. When it comes to these cats stomping in combat, I don't think they got their hard hat or really ready. It's Outsane Sahu, shot with the machete or the sword, whatever you prefer. It's like when I come out, the dreams defer, because it's more like reality that I'm speaking. Anytime that I'm coming through, I inject a reason and a thesis, which is indented in the paragraph. And after that's done, hey yo, I'm smashing with the wrath, which is construction, destruction. It's all the same inside of my circumference. It's something that I love, cause I understand not that as below so above, but to push and shove, yo, it yields a response. So understand, yo, what's your comp? It's you, and practically that's just your reacting. Understand what's going on actually as it happens, not to be focused too much on ration, but not to be inside of a position where you're passive. Hey yo, cause that's just what you need to do, and that's really actually the cerebral root of all of the issues. But it's like, if I spoke up, some would think that it's to diss you. Nah, yo, it's not my intention, cause I know a lot is slaved in this dimension, and that's the reason I don't move so demented. That's the reason that I enlighten the consensus. But really, who am I to talk? I need to understand really what's going on with the thoughts, because that's flowing, and it's something, cause my brain is open, got me to a place where it might break focus, but I understand what that is, and it's not hopeless. It's actually me just knowing where my soul is. That's just what I need to do when the mic is smoking. Sounds from the underground, track 3. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yo, sounds from the underground extends to sight. Something that I could see, I was running towards the light, but didn't understand that it might be impolite. That's the reason that I sit back inside of the cipher, not right but sniped, not from a distance. Actually, I'm up close when I'm emitting this and do it religiously, but it's not no tradition. It's just something to go against the fiction and all the friction. It is that is happening. They didn't understand, so I take it back again as a reminder. Cats don't really understand that people, they be wearing a disguise, bruh, and that ain't something that I'm really endorsing. I'd rather just spit and release my endorphins and understand how to not get exhausted, so I'ma keep going regardless, never pausing, never stalling, never getting down. And like I told you before, you'll forget the crown, because it's only gonna get you inside of a cast, not really understanding wearing your mask. And that's just something I had to rip so I could understand what it is to be the shit, just to see legit, and yo, and not be blinded. Understanding essentially that's what time is, cause it causes you to fear, not really understanding what's going on inside the now and here. I persevere, and I turn it up in your ear when I let you understand how to really persevere. But that might not be the same for me as it is for you. So if I'm saying something you disagree with, don't ridicule, just understand what I'm giving you. Take it as a blessing, as a different perspective. Now, why is it something that's negative when you start expressing? I guess that's because it's a succession of freedom of thought. With that thought police got me in a place where I want to let the force release. So that's when I start to speak to the utmost. And yo, got me to the point I want to squeeze the toast, but I won't, because I think I'm much smarter, and I'm gonna hold on to DJ instead of a martyr. Sounds from the underground, track 4. Sounds from the underground, track 4. Can't ignore. Sounds from the underground extends to the touch. Then I feel that adrenaline rush. It's such a connection, no separation. It's a perspective. I do that with the music. Understanding that's the solution. It's like we won and we merge. Then over the beat, yo, I start to give the words. And that's sort of what you have as a touch to understand and give me that adrenaline rush. Yup, it's something that I was searching. And yo, it's something that's underneath where the words is put perfect over a beat such as this. And yo, to calm me down anytime I get pissed, like I was hitting a spliff, like I was knowing what it is to actually exist. And yo, I'm going through a couple riffs and raps, but understanding that that's just the past. And I gotta appreciate what I have, so that's what I'm doing anytime I start to smash the vocals. And it's not for a means to show you. Sorry, I'm not doing this for you, just so I could understand and see the sky blue instead of just gray. That's what you see in the day, but it balances with night, so everything will be alright. Even if you can't see it for the second, just understand it's nothing wrong with expressing. Just say whatever that comes to your tongue, and understand it'll feel great and the battle is won, cause ain't nothing done till your last breath is taken. So understand what's your vibration and never be shaken. And yo, and get away with the hatred, cause all that's doing is just a fake safe haven. Understand how much you could take. If it's going on, it means you should really celebrate what's on the other side of the gate when that's said and done. So just hold on and never ever shun the issues that come on, because they make you learn. You understand what's going on, and then you discern. And all the bridges, if you have to, you gotta burn, because you understand what's happening when the concern ways too deep of other people, and they might possibly be with the evil. So that's the reason that you just see it from the eagle bird's eye, and you'll observe they'll be confined. Understand that it's just sort of like a fine line that you walk in when you understand it from a hawk. Bliss, cause you don't gotta focus on shit that's really not important. And that's really just really where you're pouring all of your thought in, all of your heart inside of making your art. But still at the end of the day, it's like you know you got to evade the sharks. That's making your mark. And how you do that is just continuing to be you. Be smart. Don't try to be your martyr, just because that's something that could happen, and then it won't take you farther. So understand what I'm saying when I speak the light. And yo, you don't want to be like Jesus or a sacrifice. Yo, the purpose was for you to learn to keep living, so you don't be in that urn. Now you could understand exactly how to earn, but it's not for the next person. That's absurd. It's only for the person that's you to get the surge, so you can know everything it is that occurs. Sounds from the underground. Sight. You're alright. Sounds from the underground, track 5. Sounds from the underground, track 5. Could be 4, but sounds from the underground. Look, it's like sounds from the underground as I rebel. Something's going on because I smell. And yo, that's just another sense. So you could understand exactly what it is when you invent. I gotta really get a grasp on everything that is going on, and not only the past and not the future neither, not the present neither, but understand what it is, how to spit the ether. It just comes when you get pushed in the corner, and understand them days when you dropping them quarters on the bus and everything was all just a fuss. But now you understand yourself, you're no longer getting stuck. Understand that at the rush, it comes from just being you, and you see the truth without all the obstacles, knowing that you got sometimes people that'll try stopping you, but you understand yourself, this shit's impossible for them to ever take you to a place where you don't know your endeavors. It's odd because you just know you're forever. They only spit in that facade. It's not terror, it's actually pussy. So understand what's going on. Never push me because I understand my potential and what it could be, and what it should be is not you for determine. I'ma keep being myself, and I know that that's the verdict. Be the surgeon, and cause you know it's like it's something when you're on earth and you're searching, but I'm not doing that no more cause I'm not lost, just inside of my position, and I thought that it was the best, but everything is moving, so I suggest you just start giving it heck. And yo, and that's to those that's on the quest who don't really know what's next or what to expect, but I guess that's actually all, but some think they know, and I guess really that's the downfall. It's so much you can know, but it's always growing and expanding. So understand what your stance is, and just make sure you're solidified, and make sure it's not ever a question whether you live or die, because actually it's all you running through you. So understand what it is, and it's what it do, or what it was and what it will be. So get all of those negative energies out, guilty, blame, and everything else that seems whack, because you know that's just so you don't get intact and don't even adapt. Just keep being yourself, and at the end of the day you'll see where you're at, and that has to come with some precautions. But understand what's going on, because some more shit happens when it's not in moderation. So understand what's happening, and at the end of the day it's something that you can sit back and smile, understanding it comes through with a freestyle, and that's just me for miles. Even if I didn't walk a step, just being myself. I never slept. I never thought that I would get to this place where I would be wrecked, and I'm not, because I understand my perspective. Yes.